Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhu Muhu. Continuing with the jnani state of realization of the absolute existence, having reached the ultimate experience of God in and through the human bodily existence, Sri Ramakrishna is describing the Vijnani state. It is like, I will read a line before. The Jnani gives up his identification with the worldly things, discriminating not this, neti, neti. Only then he realizes Brahman. It is like reaching the roof of a house by leaving the steps behind one by one. We are leaving one by one step to reach. We are discarding, we are stepping on it and discarding and going ahead to the next step. Means I am examining each layer of existence, each object of existence and denying it. This body is not myself. When I sleep, I separate from the body. Body is lying as it is. My consciousness, which is pervading the bodily existence, is being withdrawn. So I am not this body. So the seer and the seen. Body is seen. So I am not body. Who is the seer? I am able to see my mind. I am able to see my senses. I can perceive. I can understand. I can objectify them and see. Who is this subject? Drik, Drishya, Viveka. Drik, the seer, and Drishya, Viveka. When we go on analyzing who is the seer, we try to go inward. Similarly, objectively, externally, we will be again neti, neti. This is not Brahman. This is not Brahman. At every level of our existence, we deny this is not Brahman and enter into higher states of identification. Our consciousness goes on expanding till we reach the ultimate expansion in Brahman. So it is just like leaving one step and going ahead. One step and acquiring. I am going to stand on one step, see it, this is not Brahman, and go. Like that I am experiencing, touching, knowing every in detail. Is it God? Is it permanent? If this is Brahman, there must be no transformation, but it is undergoing transformation. This book is not Brahman because it was not there before as book and it has appeared as book and it is going back. From earth the wood came, from wood this one is a book has come, paper, printing, and again it is going back to earth one day to become mud again. So what is the reality? So this is when it is impermanent, when it is undergoing constant change, it cannot be Brahman. Brahman is changeless. Brahman is eternal. This is temporal. It's passing. So this cannot be Brahman. This cannot. He will examine, he will see Nitya and Anitya. Oh, this is Anitya, this is Anitya, this is not Brahman, this is not Brahman. Body is going to perish one day. So this is not Brahman. My mind is going to fail one day when the dementia begins. So everything is going to perish. What is Brahman? Ultimately searching, denying, through denial of all things that is permanent into world and his own bodily existence, he reaches ultimately the one, the seer, or the one that remains after denying everything. So, leaving steps one by one. But the Vijnani, another state of Vijnani, Jnani, Vijnani, Visheshena Jnayate, specifically, more intimately, more deeply, Vishesha, in a special way, in an extraordinary way to understand, generally to understand, general. Now, what is mango? I want to know what is mango. I have never seen a mango. So open the internet, open the books and see what is mango. He will give a picture. He will give the tree's picture, how it will be, in what season it comes, all these details, how will it be tasting. So everything is given. I know what is mango now. I go and somebody shows me, this is mango tree. Then I know a little more of mango than what I had known through the books. But then, in somebody's house when I go, they show me mango. They will say, will you eat this mango? They will remove all the skin and inside the stone and then give me the flesh to eat. Then I have known mango in the most intimate way. When this mango goes into me, I get digested and I get the energy and know it totally, finally what it is, I know by actually being one with it. So this also Brahma, Jnana, seeing first the understanding through scriptures, then Neti is practicing to see. Then he finally comes to understand, experience Brahman, but still more advanced way, still more deeper way, still more intimate way of knowing the Brahman is there. And that state, when you know Brahman still more deeply, still more intimately, then it's called Vijnani state. Sri Ramakrishna is explaining this Vijnani state. But the Vijnani, who is more intimately acquainted with Brahman, realizes something more. He realizes that the steps are made up of the same material as the roof, brick, lime and brick dust. That which is realized intuitively as Brahman through the elimination process of neti, not this, is then found to have become the universe and all its living beings. The Vijnani sees that the reality which is nirguna, without attributes, is also saguna, with attributes. This is an important realization Sri Ramakrishna describes, and we don't find it. Most of the Bhashya writers, commentators, giving this ultimate truth of the Dvaita and the Advaita being different stages of experience, we don't find the realization, the same one has become many, and the conflict used to remain, the contradictions used to remain in explaining these texts. But we see here Sri Ramakrishna giving the final verdict of the Vijnani state, that which is realized intuitively as Brahman through the element, intuitively, within yourself. You dive within, layers by layers you go beyond, or by some means, not this, this is not Brahman, body, mind is not Brahman, like that. This is not the world. Every object you see, analyze, bring it to its essence. The whole universe I reduce to energy level, and energy at the gross level of the Prithvi Tattva. I see this is not Brahman. Then I go still further. I go to the Jala level. the water, the whole universe I bring to the Jala Tattva, the principle of water. As I go on expanding my consciousness from lower level to higher level, the universe starts becoming subtler and subtler. Finally, it becomes pure energy, and I will emerge back in the. So, as he goes, he is as if unfolding his back into his what is his present experience. I am climbing a step, suppose a ladder, and the ladder is made up of rope, and as I climb, it rolls up from behind. How it would be? There won't be any extension, and finally, when I reach the ultimate, I will see that it has rolled through and it has become one with the source. The whole universe has gone back to the source to be the source again. So, when we go, we see the whole universe has disappeared. It is not there. Only Brahman is there. Only that experience is there. So, that is Jnani state. Having realized the Brahman is Jnani state, leaving behind one by one. But the Vijnani, who is more intimate, sees something more. He realizes step when you go to this, as he is going, he is at the same time either understanding, as he experiences the Brahman, he immediately at once the intuitive understanding also comes. What did I leave and come behind? That. Or he may turn from the back, turn to come down from the highest state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi to the Vyuthana state of the normal consciousness. As he comes down to the consciousness, he sees what the roof is made up of, the same thing. What the Brahman is, the same thing has become the universe and all things. So, that which is realized intuitively as Brahman, through the eliminating not this, is then found to be the universe and all living beings. When he comes down, he sees, because that world which he was seeing in ignorance was a different world. Now what is he seeing? After realization is something. The shield of ignorance that was covering him has fallen off, and he sees a new world where everything is Brahman. Just like you wake up from the dream and enter the dream with the knowledge that it is mind becoming the universe. Suppose in dream, you realize that it is a play of mind. Mind has become earth, mind has become sky, dream world. When you enter into dream, the dream world you see is nothing but mind. One mind has become the multifarious world of the dream world. Every object in the dream is mind only. Suppose human beings are moving, the human beings, our mind has taken the shape of human beings. In the form of living human beings, you can see the life, their eating, their movements, everything you see. When you see the life, movements, actions, reactions, suffering, joy, everything, mind has become everything. When you wake up, you will see, that world never existed. One mind had become. Suppose you enter again this dream with that consciousness, knowing that it is mind is becoming. Suppose that jnana dawns in you in dream. This is all mind only. These are not human beings. This is mind in the form of human beings. This is not life. Life is mind is in the form of life. Everything what I see here, space, sky, everything is mind. when you understand how it looks. Oh, this just like mind has taken these forms, they look like so real and living. So, what a wonder it is that you see the whole world as it is and not a dream world that you are seeing in dream. But when you understand it, you actually experience this dream world to be mind alone, and you are seeing mind in these things happening, then it's called realization. You realize the truth. In dream, you must know it is dream. So this is another dream, waking dream. We don't know we are in dream. When we wake up and reach the ultimate, the transcendental existence, then we will think, oh, that world in which we participated, everything. Now I am speaking to you and you are hearing me. All this was a dream. So when you realize God and come down, you see, oh, there was one God. He had taken many forms, many objects he had become. And I was thinking I and you and this and that. Nothing existed. One God, one Chaitanya, one ocean of consciousness had become all this. What I saw, what I see, what I am going to see, everything is one reality. It's appearing as many. And I was carried away by the manyness of this world, of the difference of duality, of multifarious existence. One had become the whole world, and divine play was going on. I never knew. So this understanding makes him realize when he comes down, he sees everything as God, everything as Chaitanya. This is realization of the truth. That is why in Hinduism we use the term reality. What is the ultimate reality? It looks like real, but it is changing. If it is real, it will not change. Reality cannot change. So, what is real? What is real? The question comes. When we first hear in our boyhood days or schoolhood days or even in collegehood days, what is real? We think, suppose the term truth is used. Truth means not telling a lie, we call it truth. But in philosophy, in religion, in spiritual life, when we say truth, does this world exist? Is it true? Then it's constantly changing flux. How can I say the truth? What is the ultimate truth? What is the reality? This term reality comes. The reality is all this is God. This is God, immanent aspect of God. That is transcendental aspect of God. God is beyond all that we can conceive and perceive through body and mind. So that reality, the ultimate reality, the transcendental reality, has become the immanent. God alone has become all this. His immanent aspect of God is pervading, and God has become. He is immanent in this universe. Just like a clay pot, the clay is immanent in the pot. Pot is, except clay, nothing is there in the pot. But it is in the shape of pot. It is clay. Suppose there is a plate made up of clay. Its name and form are only that is making it plate. But the substance with which is made is clay only. There is no difference between pot and a plate made up of clay. Because as clay they are one. Shape is different. Name is different. Nama, Rupa. If you remove the Nama and Rupa, it is all clay. Varieties of things are made up of clay. And the whole thing is clay. Vrittika eva satyam. The whole thing is whatever. But you see, multifarious. You see the variety. So many things are done. Jug is done, mug is done, everything is done with clay. And you see the variety. Some are looking so beautiful. Some are looking some strange way. We see things, but it is all clay. When name and form alone is difference. In the universe, nama, rupa and karma, movement. Other than, if you remove that nama, rupa and karma, you will see that God alone remains. We are not able to separate the nama, rupa from the object. So, when you see the clay objects, remove the nama, rupa, it is clay only. This is Vijnani state. Vijnani knows this whole universe after having come down. He sees, oh, the same thing what I saw there in my transcendental awareness, existence. Now it is here in this form. It has taken only name and form. Except name and form, nothing is there. The same one reality which I saw, the ultimate reality what I saw in the transcendental awareness, in transcendental consciousness, what I saw, the ultimate reality. The same reality is here, taking just name and form. Vijnani says that reality, which is nirguna, that is without attributes, is also saguna. The nirguna nirakara of the absolute, it has taken saguna sakara. It has qualities, saguna, and akara, form. Qualities and form. Saguna sakara. It is nirguna nirakara. The absolute reality is nirguna nirakara. There it is unchanging. Here it is changing, constantly changing. So the changing, unchanging has become changing, is appearing as changing. Because why do we use the term appearing is because the appearance, it is in appearance alone it is. It is appearing as that universe. But what it is the reality. The same reality appearing as this universe. But if you penetrate and see, it is Brahman only. Except Brahman, nothing is there other than Brahman. It is Nama, Rupa, Karma, Guna only is just a thing which makes one differentiate from. What is the difference? Sri Ramakrishna says, difference in manifestation. What is the difference in manifestation? He says, manifestation of the Shakti, power. One Chaitanya, it is manifesting in one form, another form. What is the difference between mobile waves and TV waves? The frequency difference. Same wave. Little frequency change, it will become TV waves. Little more you change, it will become military signals. Yes, all things are there. The differences we find is only Nama, Rupa, Karma and Guna. So Nirguna Nirakara has become Saguna Sakara. Jnani, Vijnani knows that it has the same. Jnani knows what Brahman is. Vijnani knows the same Brahman has become this universe and all things. Nama Rupa alone, which are unreal. The Nama unreal, it is, real is expressing through the unreal. So multiplicity is there. The Chit Shakti, which is pervading the universe, is expressing in different ways, as light, as shadow, as Guna, that is, Guna here usually refers to Sattva Rajatama. In Sattva it is manifesting, and Rajas as it is manifesting, as Tamas it is manifesting. So it is taking different, as knowledge, Sattva, as movement, Rajas, as matter, Tamas. So the difference is in manifestation of the Shakti in various ways. This makes the difference. It appear in Chaitanya, in mass, this one. But Tamas is common to make the real, the Chaitanya, into matter. Matter is tamasic. The whole universe is tama pradhana. Pradhana is tama. That's why all things can be subtle, gross, subtle, and though there is a difference between gross, subtle and the causal, stula, sukshma, karana, jagat, but it can be perceived and conceived. Beyond that cannot be perceived or conceived. When he perceives the transcendental and realizes, when he comes to, he sees only one thing. There also the same thing, here also same thing. All jivas and the entire universe is his own being. This is Vijnani state. A man cannot live on the roof a long time. He comes down again. Those who realize Brahman in Samadhi come down also and find that it is Brahman that has become the universe and all beings. In the musical scale, there are the notes Sari Gama Pada Ni, but one cannot keep his voice in Ni a long time. The ego does not vanish altogether. The man coming down from Samadhi perceives that it is Brahman that has become the ego, the universe, and all living beings. This is known as Vijnana. Jnana and Vijnana is being differentiated. So, various levels of realization. In realization also, there are differences. How much of realization, what kind of realization, what kind of samadhi experience. Between the samadhi and samadhi, higher and higher samadhis, there are various experiences the soul passes through. From savikalpa to go to nirvikalpa, how the form is slowly dissolving. Each is an experience. Suppose you are going from here to some other strata in the atmosphere, then you will see various things. From one strata, you are entering into the another. But in between, from one station to another station, you will see many experiences you are passing through. Each time, coming back, you experience. But this is just like bus stand or train. When you are traveling in train doesn't stop every now and then, or it will not be. It will be running into here one stop. After so many miles, there will be one stop. In between the stop, your experience, continue your experience. When stationed, your vision is stationed. When you move, you are seeing continuously there is a thing, a process of seeing. And again station comes, you are stationed. A particular level of consciousness, you are stationed. So expansion takes place through various levels of existence. And each level you will see that your particular state of consciousness is established between the two stratas. So Thakur says, Sarigama Padani. When he says Sarigama Padanisa, it is to be understood as the various levels of samadhis. The Ni, Sa. That Ni is very high pitch. You cannot stand there for long. You have to come Sa. You can stand as long as possible. There is below also the mantra. There is Tara also. It is unlimited. How much you can reach is your. That is Tara, 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 mantra, 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 mantra. You can go as many, but we can't. We have no. Our throat capacity is usually from lower pa to higher pa. That's all we can. The lowest we can go, highest. These are the states of samadhis, experiences. Sarigama Padani means the Ni is taking as the ultimate. Beyond that is the next state, next octave. The same thing, octave repeated at a different higher level of experience. But it is the same thing, same range. So Sarigama Padanisa represents various levels of consciousness, various samadhis you experience, various stations that you are in the expanding consciousness. It is various stations you are going to stay. See, this is like lift. One floor is there, and between the floor you will be to the next floor when you go. In between the floor you are traveling. Next floor, you stand there. Again you travel. Next time you stand there. So every floor from ground floor onwards is Sarigama Padanisa are these experiences. This is the last. Then you come back. Niranjanam nityamanantarupam bhaktanukampa Dhritavigraham vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasana Mamaha.